Hey everyone, and welcome to another English 11 video. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking to you about what's happening in week 6 of English 11. If you take a look over at our English 11 landing page, you'll see that we have updated it. So this week is going to be the week of the draft, and I don't mean a sports draft or like a windy day kind of draft. I mean like we're going to be writing our moth story drafts. That's the big focus of this week. Now, a lot of you are at a point where, you've sketched out some ideas, you might even have some main points about what happens in your story, but now it's the part where we actually dig into the meat of like, what is going to happen in our story? How do we tell our story? Remember to go back to your Vonnegut structures. Your teacher showed you some of those different types of story structures. Rely a lot on those. Don't feel like you have to come up with something like the most original all the time. You can rely on some of these traditional storytelling ways because those are very reliable ways of telling stories. So we're super excited to be able to read and also listen to your moth stories eventually. Now, some of the big due dates that are coming up is that your moth story has to be recorded and is going to be turned in on Sunday at 11:59 p.m. So that's one of the big things that is coming up. You want to make sure that, you have the correct technology, and if you are having technology issues with recording, you want to make sure that you're contacting your teacher as early as possible so that way you can work it out. Later this week, there are going to be some videos and tutorials about how you can go about recording your moth story. But until then, hopefully you can find your own ways of like what works for you. Some people like to record it on their phone. Some people like to do it on their Chromebook. So it'll just depend on what works best for you. Other things that are due this week are you are going to have some grammar practice and also a grammar quiz. Now, the grammar practice isn't necessarily going to show up in the gradebook, but the grammar quiz is going to show up in the gradebook. So you do want to make sure that you get that uploaded or that you are on No Red Ink and that you're completing all of these things as you go through. Now, if you've got any questions about things that are coming up this week, make sure to reach out to your English 11 teacher. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day.